Good morning, students. Today I'm going to explain you story writing. This is basically comes in the boards in section B of 10 marks. So it is very important and long composition. Today I will give you few tips how to create such an impressive story. Story writing is an art which is true naturally. To write a good story, one must have the whole plot clear in one's mind. The test of a good story is that it should hold the reader's attention. Children, focus on this point. Your story should be so much impressive, as well as it should contain a very nice theme, climax, and some kind of mysterious elements you can add it on to make it interesting, which will always hold readers' attention till the last. The following points will help you naturally in writing a very good story. Point number 1 we are going to study this time. Before beginning to write, have a clear idea of the plot. Mean to say, whenever you have any title or any verbal hint or virtual hint, okay, at that time you can decide in your mind how you will begin the story, how you will add very interesting elements in that. So that is totally depend on your mindset as well as your creative ideas. Here vocabulary can give a very nice impression to your composition, so take care of your impressive vocabulary. You must know how the story is going to end. So when you begin, you should have a plan how you are going to give a very impressive ending to your story. If you can start well, your story will certainly be good one. Point number 2, you may insert dialogues wherever possible. They certainly make the story interesting. These dialogues naturally give a real feel to the readers, as if the real characters are talking in between of the story wherever it is necessary. Okay, these dialogues must be short and lively and interesting to create naturally what our motive is, to capture the reader's attention. Fine. Point number 3, give names to the character like Ram, Shyam, Arun, Rohan. Any name you can give the character. Even animals can have the names, like in caricature stories we can give name to the animals. These names should be short and interesting. Now point number 4, let your story be not unduly long. Your story should not be boring enough. Every para should contain a very impressive tone in that, or very interesting features which would capture the reader's attention. Point number 5, give suitable title to the story. This is very necessary for beginning the story. You should think very impressive title which correlates the story. You may name it after the main character also, object, incident, or a proverb. Point number next, write the story in the past tense. Okay, let's have one example of the story I'm having here with you. In the paper you can get this kind of an idea. Okay, a very brief hint can be there in front of you. You need to develop that hint. This is the challenge. Let's see. It was a bright day and you were reading a book in your lawn. Suddenly a man threw a bag in your garden and ran away. You called him out, but... Okay, so here the person had created a suspense. Okay, so he or she naturally wants to see your imagination, your creativity. So you will have to develop the story in 150 words. Write a story using some names of the phrases given below. Fine. Bag looked suspicious, called police, parents concerned, neighbors gathered, bomb squad also called, opened the bag full of old used clothes. See, here few hints are given over here which would be naturally helpful for you people to develop your story. So here one example is written. Let me read it for you. It was a fine Sunday and the sun was shining brightly. See, children, from the first line, you can get to know you should write about the atmosphere or the surroundings, sound, okay, how kind of weather it is. So that will naturally visualize by a reader. Such a detailed composition you can give it. It was a fine day. The sun was shining brightly. I decided to study in the sunlight. I arranged a chair and a table, and when I was just trying to concentrate on the books, I heard a sound plop. I saw a bag lying just in the center of the lawn. I went to the gate, but there was no one. Obviously, somebody had thrown a heavy bag and ran away. My first impulse was to go and try to open the bag, but oh, I had heard so much about the bomb attacks, so I shouted, "Father, Father." So, see, children, the way para 1 is explained, as a reader, we can imagine it what is happening because one line is connected to the another line. And clearly we can imagine a lawn is there, a person was keeping a chair there and sitting and reading a book, and somebody, so one imagination is being created over here by this. So you will have to take care while developing your story. My impulse, so this is done. So brief dialogue is over here. Father, Father. Not only father but mother had also joined in. It can be a bomb. So when the discussion started, they cried in unison, means along with each other. Hearing the noise, by now some neighbors had also gathered there. We must inform the police, said someone. I have already dialed number 100, said another. Thus the police party arrived. They asked everyone to get away. One policeman used his stick and cautiously turned the bag with a stick low. Some old clothes were peeping out, means when they opened the zip of that bag, they saw a few old clothes. Of course, it was a bag of rags, means used clothes. So basically, you can give the story another ending also, like as a hint is given over here about bomb squad came, okay, they got the dogs also, okay, it was a bomb, they tried to refuse the bomb and successfully at the end the bomb was refused. It was very unforgettable, meant to say, kind of an incident. So ending is in your hand, or the development the story is also according to your imagination. So I hope you will naturally understood the story writing. Thank you so much.